What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video your girl is here to bring you a video kind of like a favorite. I don't do favorites, it's just not a thing. It's not. And so I figured I would show you guys some of the most used products that I've used in my collection this year. Now we are in what, the 8th month, going into Yes, we're in the 8th month going into September. Oh child, I skipped a month my last video. We're going into September now, and so we're in 9 months of the year. And these are just some of the products that I've used most consistently in this year. I have ranging from foundations to concealers to eyeshadow and in between. Almost forgot one. So yeah, let's just get into it. So I didn't include any products that I have already since finished. So if you're wondering why something that you've seen in my description box or whatever have you is not in this video, that means I have finished it. So the first thing, I'm just going to start off with like how I apply products, and we're going to go with foundation first. This is my Becca Skin Love Weightless Blur Foundation. I have this in the shade Espresso. I do have this in multiple project pans, so that is one reason why I've used this a lot. But also, I just really enjoy the formula. I really enjoy that this gives me a satin to naturalish finished skin. So this is the one foundation pretty much that I have almost exclusively been using this year. I don't really have any powders, like setting powders that I use, because I don't really, that's not really a thing for me. I've been going through, and then I also have decluttered the one powder that I've been trying to get through. So we're going to go to concealer, and the concealer that I have been pretty extensively using lately, the last month and a half or so, has been my KVD Lock-It concealer in D33 Warm. This has just been the next concealer in the rotation kind of thing for me. I do tend to rotate my concealers and finish them. I don't tend to have multiple concealers open at the same time. So this is just the one that I've been working on lately, and it was one that my best friend gave to me, pretty brand new. I don't think she got much use out of this, so this is probably going to be the concealer that I use consistently. But if I'm not going for full coverage or a pretty matte under eye and I want a more liquidy under eye, then I will go to my kind of no fail concealer, which is my Naked Skin concealer, and this one is in Dark Warm. Either way, these are the two concealers that I've really been using. Eyeshadow primer. I have been really using my Groundwork eyeshadow primer from MAC, the matte pink pot, to really sculpt out my brows, and also just as a base. So this is one. I also have just really been using some other bases, really enjoying these. My NYX glitter glue, my plain Yolanda eyeshadow primer in E, and then my No Matte eyeshadow primer. These 4 eyeshadow primer eye product bases situations, I've been using them all pretty much in a rotation. I use them and I love them all. So I wouldn't really differentiate, honestly. It just depends on what my mood is and what product I'm using, whether I'm gonna use one primer over the other. 2 mascaras that I have been using pretty exclusively, and these are kind of other products where I just tend to just use them exclusively, is the Benefit They're Real mascara and the Real Roller Lash mascara. If I had to choose one, I would definitely choose the They're Real mascara. I think this does really good at lengthening. Volumizing, I feel like it gives me a little bit more clump than volume, but it does do enough that I haven't felt the need to open up the mascara that I just purchased. And the Roller Lash, I'm just trying to get this used up. So yeah, but I've been using it very consistently, which is why I'm not really calling this a favorite. This is more of the more consistent products in my collection, use-wise. Eyeshadow or eyebrows, it's just been this Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit. You guys have heard nothing but about this. I have very wide pan in my wax. My dark brown is really wide too, and my light brown is getting there. Cheek products. My more consistent I have been using is my Laura Geller Baked blush in Plumberry. This is pretty much the one blush that I will probably hit pan in this year. And then bronzer, pretty consistently lately since I hit pan in my previous bronzer, it has been my Prime Beauty bronzer. I do enjoy this bronzer, but it's nothing like to write home about, at least for me. And then highlighter wise, pretty consistently this year, I have been reaching for my Beauty Bakery Cotton Candy Blush Highlighter Palette, whatever, and I've been using these two shades. This one is Stop and Smell the Rosé, and this one is 24-Hour Champagne Diet. Those are the two that I've been reaching for, and I'm hoping to get pan in this baby very, very soon. Eyeshadow palette wise, I have been reaching for my Modern Renaissance. When I just want to throw one or two shades on my eyes, this has been the palette that I've been reaching for, and currently I'm trying to hit pan in two shades. We'll see. I'm close, but no cigar thus far. Then for like a really good black eyeshadow, I've been reaching for my Juvia's Place Saharan Palette, and I reach for this black, without a doubt my favorite black in my collection. Then I've also just been reaching for my Colored Rain Vivid Pigments. If I want a color, I've been reaching for this palette pretty much exclusively, if it is yet first not in my #1 reach palette this year, which is of course, get open, my Lick and Lash Playful palette. So if it's not in this palette and it's in my Vivid palette, then I reach for that. Otherwise, this Playful palette has been my bread and butter, and I still haven't hit pan and Mystic, but I'm getting there. I am getting there. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to talk to you guys about some products that have been like my go-tos in the year. If you're wondering why none of the cream products that I've recently purchased are in this video, it's purely just because I've recently purchased them. I haven't really been reaching for them non-stop every day. I've been really just reviewing a lot of them. I have now currently gotten through all of the cream and cheap products that I recently purchased, so I have just everything has been opinionated, formulated in my head. And probably in the early 2021, I will be adding some of those products as like my most reach for products in my collection. But that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, y'all, it has been real.